Saskatchewan, Vegreville.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is my pleasure to introduce to you and through you to the members of the Assembly, Mr. Frank Garritsen. He is a tremendous advocate for the community of Fort Saskatchewan. Frank was basically born in Fort Saskatchewan before we had a hospital out there in Edmonton, but he was raised his whole life in Fort Saskatchewan and spent 27 years as a corrections officer and also served 2 years on City Council. Mr. Speaker, Frank, he incurred PTSD and attempted suicide as a result of working in corrections. And so that has led Frank to be a brave voice, advocating on behalf of himself and fellow corrections officers, working to get presumptive PTSD legislation coverage for corrections officers. Back in 2012, it was introduced by our Premier to try and amend the legislation at the time to include them as first responders because they see murder, assault, suicide, and all manners of other things that the rest of us can never really fully appreciate. And so I thank him for his service, and it's my honor to be able to call him one of my most valued and best friends. And I hope to see Bill 30 fully clarified before we pass it, and because corrections officers are first responders, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.